Hey, y'all. We're going to shift gears today and kind of take a different direction, and we're going to kind of get back into some life tools. And today we're going to talk about walking away. It's reality. There's nothing wrong with it. Walking away is actually a good thing. It took me a long time to understand just walk away. Your shit is not my problem. Your shit doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to take your shit. Just walk away. Go away. Be done. My life, my peace matters to me. Listen carefully, because if you truly understand it, your life will change. I don't walk away to teach people a lesson. I walk away because I finally learned mine. Walking away isn't revenge. It's clarity. It's the moment you stop explaining yourself to people who already decided not to understand you. It's the moment you stop fighting for respect that should have been given to you freely, without conditions or limits or excuses. Should be equal. You should give respect and you should receive respect if the relationship or the situation is healthy. Sometimes the strongest move is not arguing, not proving a point, and not winning the conflict. The strongest move is choosing your peace over constant tension. Understanding your worth, recognizing when your presence is no longer valued. Here we are again about value. Is somebody being disrespectful? Are you gaining value out of that? No. What value are you gaining? The value I see in this situation is I'm being shit on, I'm being disrespected, so I'm walking away. I'm not going to take this. And when you're no longer valued, appreciated, or protected, and when you see that the truth clearly, you don't chase attention, you don't beg for effort, you don't shrink yourself to be accepted. Your light matters just as much as the other person's light. You simply step away with dignity intact. And here comes the most important part. Walking away doesn't mean you lost someone important. Sometimes it means you finally found yourself, your boundaries, and your self-respect and your self-worth. It means you choose growth over attachment, peace over chaos, and clarity over confusion. There's a lot of value in that. I have had this conversation recently with a good friend of mine, and we chat quite a bit. He's kind of going through the same thing I'm going through, but he was discussing a situation with a girl. He was telling me about his situation, and I was just chuckling, and I said, dude, it's always a girl, isn't it? And she was manipulating him pretty good, and she was doing everything she could to get a reaction. It was pretty heavy there for a little bit. And he goes, what are those games that you talk about and your choice of stuff? And I said, dude, self-defeating games. That's exactly what's going on here. I said, why are you participating? Why did you engage back? Why did you go back there? And he's like, well, this, well, that, well, she pissed me off. And I said, how's that working for you? Is that helping you? Is that giving you more of what you want every day? No, well, I like her. And I'm like, you like somebody doing that, playing those games, manipulating you, fucking with your head, doing all these things, and you think that's healthy. Number one, you're in court fighting for your child, and you have an ex that you went through the same shit with, and now here you are dating another girl going through the same shit. Why are you repeating the past, dude? Do you want to pay more lawyer fees on another failed relationship if you have kids with this person? Dude, she's very narcissistic. Walk away. She's got some deep issues there. Yeah, but I like her. And I think some days she's good, some days she's bad. In the reality, is it a win-win or a lose-lose? He goes, there you go again, Billy. And I'm like, I see you losing. Do you see yourself winning? No, I said, exactly. There's pretty girls everywhere, dude. Move on. At your age, where you're at in life, you've never had a problem finding a girlfriend, and you'll never have a problem after this one goes down the road. Move on. the chaos is not worth it. Your peace matters, man. And I just chuckled and laughed and think about all the times that I wish I would have learned this a long time ago. And I wish I would have learned my shit a long time ago with some of the things that my friends warned me and shared with me over this same kind of situation. But I told him, I'm like, walk away, man. But no, there's no but about it. Just walk away. Walk away and be done. Walk away for yourself. Walk away for your peace. Here recently, I found myself in a little bit of a situation, and I was talking back and forth with somebody, a friend, and then the comments from having interaction, verbal interaction, were different than behavioral actions. And I have really, really learned that people say what they want, but what's their behavior? Just like in court, behavior, behavior, behavior. It's all about behavior. Look at yourself in the mirror. It's behavior, behavior, behavior. But in this interaction, I seen this situation and I was like, this ain't right. This ain't going no. This is not going nowhere. Because in the conversations, the person's verbal communication was different than the actions. And I'm not going to get into a big bunch of this because it's really nothing, but it was nice to be able to look myself in the mirror and say, man, Billy, you've come a long ways. Look at your growth and look at the value in the bad lessons that you did learn, even though it took me a while. And even though some of the value was very hard lessons, a couple of them I'm still paying for. When somebody engages with you and treats you with disrespect, and does things to get your attention because they are battling their own demons and their own shit inside. And they do things and say things to cause you to lose your shit. It's time for you to step away and walk away. I don't care if it's a good job and you're going to make a lot of money. I don't care if it's in a relationship and that person is oh so beautiful, like my friend tells me all the time. I don't care if it's in a situation to where this or that. If it's disrespectful, walk away. And that's okay. And maybe eventually both sides can be peaceful and take a step back and disengage and reevaluate and maybe make some changes in that relationship. But red flags are red flags for a reason. Do not second guess yourself. Do not overthink. Stop the overthinking. My situation, I had some crappy messages questioning me on some things, and I'm like, oh, no, you didn't go there. No. I'm not doing this with you. And then they kept coming, and I'm like, nope, done, delete. Move on. Life goes on. You don't need to carry those kind of people in your life. You don't need to carry that shit around with you every day because all that's going to do is tear you down within. All that's going to do is affect your overthinking. All that's going to do is it affect your tapes. And you're going to lose your peace and balance. And you're going to lose your self-respect. Put you first. You is number one. If there's anything I can help you with and would like to visit with you with, reach out. We would love to chat with you. If you'd like for somebody to talk to about life tools, life issues, life lessons. We're on all social media channels, YouTube, Spotify, trying to make a difference. If we can help you, please reach out to us. We'd love to chat with you. Be, do, have. As we always say, be committed to do what it takes to have more of what you want. Respect for myself. Peace and balance. Know my self-worth. And less of the shit from other people. Another story from this daddy story. Hopefully we made a difference. Take care. Have a great day.